there is a state of panic on the far right. Drama in Nick Fuentes' world tonight after prominent Groyper Vrillium, I don't know how you say his name, was exposed for wearing women's clothes and describing himself as gay. Huge blow to the Groyper community. Vrillium blames JD Vance supporters for digging up the dirt on his gay past. It was some gay shit. Higher tier Groyper, Beardson, called into Rilliam's Crisis X space to offer his support, but it turned out that his help amounted to telling Rilliam to change his legal name, get an actual job, and leave public life entirely. We'll be all right without you. To which I replied with, didn't Nick Fuentes go on a date with a cat boy? Why are they even fake mad at gay shit? That's the other thing that I don't understand. I feel like these guys are all omega gay, like all the time. I don't get it. And then this person says, he seems to be a big fan of yours. Yeah, no, this person, I think they're accusing him of being a secret fan of yours because of this retweet. No, he is a fan of mine. I know he's a fan of mine because I first encountered this creature when the slap thing happened. He was the fat Groyper next to the manlet Groyper with the mustache. Remember, outside of the New York Young Republicans Club, we watched a video, and there were two Groyper creatures outside, and one was the manlet Groyper with the mustache, and the other one was the fat Groyper. It turns out the fat Groyper was also gay back in the day, and I assume still gay. And no, not the fat one, not the fat one that actually slapped the short one. The fat one was the fat one wasn't a Groyper, I don't think. I think he was just a regular racist Republican. Okay? The other fat Groyper. Yes, these are like cryptids. Anyway, do we have the video? Do you remember this? I can't believe I'm hearing this conversation as if it's normal. Unfortunately, this is how it is. Okay? This is what it's become. This is what commentary in the United States of America in 2025 is all about. But yeah, all we need is a single image of you standing next to the manlet and we will achieve socialism. It doesn't work that way. I mog all of these losers. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so yeah, they're all also calling one another gay now, which is pretty funny. Sneeko on JD Vance says he's fat and overweight. He's married to a bleep wife. I'm not voting for JD Vance. Complete subhuman. Gavin Newsom, total Chad. Now, what's really interesting about this is that Sneeko is going back and forth on the white supremacy stuff because remember, he was like, oh, I'm done with this red pill stuff. I'm done with this red pill stuff. And he actually felt really sad when, the president, the current president and the current vice president kept saying Haitians are eating cats and dogs. Now, why was he sad about this? He's a white supremacist. Well, because he's Haitian. He's Haitian and Filipino. So he kept trying to be like, hey, guys, I know we love, making fun of all the different races, but like Haitians are kind of chill, actually. My dad was Haitian. My dad is Haitian. And everyone was like, shut up. You eat cats and dogs as well. That was not enough to snap him out of this. And he kept, doing more and more right-wing commentary, red pill commentary, manosphere commentary, and white supremacist commentary. And only recently did he say, before he went to the actual New York Young Republicans Club, that he was going to be done with the red pill shit. But it turns out he's still very firmly on the red pill shit. So what I don't understand is, what's the racial hierarchy here? Because you're half black, half Filipino, right? But you're also shitting on JD Vance for marrying an Indian woman. I don't really understand what the racial... Is there a racial hierarchy? Jeet means victory in multiple Indian languages. I laugh every time white people try that on me. I know, there's also Jeet here. But in the context of this, I just choose not to say the word because, I think they're saying it as a slur, and I'm just trying to, be understanding. But yeah, that's like the new... It's a racial word in America? No, I know. Except there's also a writer, I believe for the New Republic, who goes on the Majority Report all the time. His name is literally Jeet here. He's great. I like his writing. And it's just... what do you do? Do you not say his name? Right? That would be stupid. Or no, he writes for The Nation, I think. Yeah. That would be crazy just because 4chaners have decided that this is a slur now. In any case, here it is. So this is the manlet Groyper. This is not the fat Groyper. This is another fat guy. This is just a regular racist fat guy who I think works for the New York Young Republicans, despite the fact that he's not young. He probably is a Republican, but not young. Anyway, he also seems kind of short. He's let's just call him the short man. I mean, the fat manlet. Okay, this is manlet with the mustache, and then this is the fat manlet. You gave him a ticket to the So fat manlet hits the Groyper manlet. Okay. And then the one that's walking next to him, walking up behind him, is the fat Groyper, now also known as the fat gay Groyper. Okay, because it turns out he used to be gay, and I assume he still is, but he used to be gay as well. So that's where the story. I just wanted to introduce it as a character. Here he is, right here. There he is. Also going around the other Groypers here as well. Now, the reason why I brought this up is because when I did my analysis on this this thing that took place outside of the New York Young Republicans Club, the fat gay Groyper actually came out and tweeted at me, and he said, "I used to be a fan of yours. I am no longer a fan of yours. I hate the Jews now, and also I don't know. I don't remember what he said. It was not very memorable." In any case, that's when I found out he actually was a fan of mine back in 2020 when he was gay. I assume he's still gay, but he was openly gay back then, right? And he wasn't a Groyper. Then he became a Groyper, and I guess he dropped the whole gay stuff. He was like, "I'm not gay no more. I am delivered." But it turns out they found, I don't know what started the drama, but it turns out they found his old account where he's very much being gay and very much not being a Groyper. Groyper influencer William has been mass deleting everything after his homosexual past has been exposed by his forgotten Twitter account.
About that in a government way, like there's only, it angers me to no end to see like people talk about that in a government way. Like there's only one person who should tell any woman, especially you, to do with your uterus. And that person is me.
I don't really understand, though, because he's also seemingly trying to f women here. Obviously, it's not going to work because he's omega cringe. Okay, this is the most cringe shit I've ever seen. I'm actually pretty happy that this person actually left the community and became a Groyper instead, because I feel like this is far too cringe, and I do not want to be associated with whatever this creature is. Yes, I covered the Will Sommer approach here. That's how I started it. But yeah, he has reportedly blamed Israel and JD Vance for these leaks. The Groyper world is in shambles. He has this photo, internet princess, me leaving any function where it's mostly straight men and I have to fit in, dab me up. Now, one of the things I will say is that like he probably seemed to be a lot happier back then, I suspect. And I don't really know, like he probably would have been more comfortable at least. Like he didn't have to like lie about, if he didn't have to lie about his like sexual proclivities or his sexual desires. Insane that Hasan the Hun saw my account and said I'm a Nazi given the fact that I actually started my interest in politics via his streams. Used to be a huge fan. Now it's 2025 and you helped create the rise of fascism in America. Okay, well, it turns out you're also helping with the downfall of fascism in America. I made myself entirely unemployable after saying Jews at an organization that literally have publicly and advertised for. Where is this funding? Right-wing commentary is a well-funded grid. Oh, okay. He's like replying to me. He was a reply guy. And he kept saying over and over again that he was a big fan of mine. I find it very interesting. Big fan of this guy in 2020 before I realized he just hates whites. The working class can't be empowered when the financier class has the ability to replace them with infinity Haitians. He lauds China's autocracy, says ours is racist. Bio-Leninist filth, 100%. I wonder who played a pivotal role. In him moving away from his potential socialist journey in the direction of anti-socialism. I wonder what steps he took between someone like myself and someone like Nick Fuentes. I wonder who could have instilled in him the hatred. No, not National Socialism. That's not it at all. There was absolutely a anti-communist slant. No one says bio-Leninism unless there is some significant anti-communist tendencies that he was brain broken by. Also, this should be a cautionary tale for all of you. If you fall if you only develop your worldview by watching YouTubers and Twitch streamers, then yeah, you're gonna be at the mercy of whoever is more convincing to you. Make up your own mind. Anyway, so he's obviously infiltrated the Republicans to them. I mean, maybe. In any case, he also made a reply video that he deleted, but you know, this is Max Nordau. He also obviously is a shithead. This guy is LARPing as a straight man, even though he's gay. And this guy is LARPing as a Jewish man, even though he is not Jewish. That's how much he loves Israel. This guy, Max Nordau. For those of you who don't know, this guy with a beeper on his Twitter description is actually not a Jewish man. He says he is muscular Jew in his description. He is not Jewish. He actually is Goyim. That's right. I think he's British or something. And his name is literally Brian Griffin. That's right. In any case, I don't know if he's muscular at all, but I do know his name is Brian Griffin. Okay, but he is such a pathetic Zionist that he also unironically LARPs as a Jewish person on the internet. Not exactly certain as to why, but who knows? Anyway, did you know Laura Loomer isn't Jewish either? I'm pretty sure she is. At least she has said she is. I would be shocked. Wait, really? Laura Loomer LARPs as being Jewish too? No, I think Laura Loomer is Jewish. I've heard her literally try to f a Nazi guy by being like, oh my God, you're like an Aryan god. And I, you know, all the Nazis here, they hate me because I have, what does she say? Big tits and an Ashkenazi IQ or something? Yeah, I mean, she literally told a Nazi at the Nazi party that she was Jewish. I feel like you don't say that unless, I don't know why you would ever say that, really. I'm not even going to defend that or try to figure out a logical through line there. That really doesn't make any sense. Why are you as a Jewish woman at the Nazi party trying to f the Nazis and telling them that you're Jewish at the same time? Very strange. Anyway, okay. As far as I know, that ex-gay Nazi guy is the only person who is claiming that she is not Jewish. Okay. Interesting. You're not a woman. Don't judge her. You're right. Believe women. Believe women. That's what I was doing when I believed Laura Loomer when she said she has a Jewish tits and a Ashkenazi IQ or something. I don't remember what she said to a Nazi that she was trying to. Okay. She's a free spirit, Laura Loomer. Okay. So here is his video response to being outed as a gay man or having a gay man past, and also being a HasanAbi head, I guess, while he was gay. He's writing, your anger is irrelevant. Most of my full Anglo family is cucked politically, avowed Democrats with zero racial conscience, pro-meritocracy, pro-migrant, pro-LGBT, etc. The ethnics will save us. Oh, okay. There's this was about Nick Fuentes talking about how there will never be an Anglo Nick Fuentes because the Anglos are too boring or something. Anyway, he was just like horny posting quite a bit. I'm not going to show you all the photos in his old account, the gay account. But here is apparently his video on his past. If he was claiming he was a former fan, do we have his logs? Oh shit, he probably deleted everything now. So I don't know if we can like identify what his Twitch account is. Dude, so many characters have come from this community. That's kind of like me and Felix have you know, different reply guys that we've created. I guess like it's just like people might not know this, but you know who is a reply guy of mine? Was Jason Hinkeldink. Jackson Hinkle. Jason Hinkle? Which one was, what was his name? The ACP guy. Yeah, he was a big time, like he would do like ad breaks, dankies, that kind of thing in this chat. And I think also he was, who else? I think Haas was in here for a little bit too. Sneeko is another one. Yeah. Hinkle would post poggies in the chat. There's a lot of side characters that have come from this community. I'm not, you know, I'm ashamed. You mean the Houthi guy? Yeah, I mean, that was the coolest thing that he's ever done. I will recognize that. I will recognize. Reply guy, dude, Jackson Hinkle was a Haas quarter. Yes, that is definitely the coolest thing that a Haas quarter has done, myself included. Like, that was objectively a cool thing that he did. One Piece level side characters, though. Like being here shortly or being a real viewer, I mean, you make up your mind. He was in the Discord. And not only was he in the Discord, but he also was, oh, here it is. Hasan Piker is allowed to have a nice home. Jimmy Dore is allowed to have a nice home. Marxism does not oppose wealth. It opposes exploitation and profits. Let's focus on the real issues. Hasan Piker, 2 years after that. Hasan Piker is Adolf Hitler with painted fingernails. Yeah, one band later. Perma, so desperate for viewers, you're leeching off the HasanAbi Discord. Don't quit your day job, brother. Okay, well, guess what? He got banned permanently from the Discord, and he actually did quit his day job. He used to be a Bernie bro. He quit his day job. CIA stole a community member? No, after the Houthi shit, I don't think he's CIA. I think he's FSB. Yeah, I pushed him into Vladdy Pooh's arms, dude. To Adolf Putler's arms. Anyway, he was a Jimmy Dore fan and was on a show a couple of times because of Tulsi Gabbard, but left because he kept shitting on Jimmy Dore. Oh, cool. What Houthi shit? I missed a whole year of streams. Oh, he literally spoke on a podium. It was to this day, listen, I shit on Jackson Hinkledink quite a bit. Okay. However, that was boss mode. That actually made me very jealous. That was the most lemon bro I felt. That was cool as okay. That was cool as yeah, he got the knife and the gear and everything. That was dope. Bro was spam calling Donnie when he was interviewing you. Oh yeah. God, he became so that was very pathetic. Mafia Jinx, Jackson invited me to have dinner with him and Jimmy Dore and Jimmy's wife. I said no. Oh my God. That's awesome. Damn, he was trying to get it. Why was he able to give a speech? Because he's a based anti-imperialist white boy. Because he got mad play with the Bangladeshi unks. Okay? Yeah, this was sick. This was sick. This was sick.
مع جاكسون هينكل الناشط الأمريكي المعارض. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! I am so honored to be here.
لي الشرف الكبير أن أكون معكم اليوم.
I have never met a...
You got mogged here, not gonna lie. Oh, so mogged. It's not even a question. This is straight up one of the coolest things that anyone has ever done, in my opinion.
People.
I said it at the time. I straight up admitted it. I was like, nope, that's it. This is also when I realized he's probably not an American spy, because the Ansar Allah movement would not have this guy anywhere near them, and likely is you getting called a terrorist while he's doing this. I mean, why can't you do the same? I don't know, because I live in the United States of America. Have you thought about that? He doesn't. I think he lives in Russia now.
America and the Zionist entity fears Yemen more than anyone else.
أمريكا والصهيونية والصهاينة يخافون اليمن.
Because the people of Yemen fear nobody but God.
لأن اليمنيين لا يخشون شيئا إلا الله.
That's so sick. I don't think he's CIA, but how the f did he do this and then come back to the U.S. without any issues? He never did. I don't think he did. He did not. I don't think he's been back to the United States since he went to occupied Ukrainian territory alongside the Russian military. He lives in Russia now, I'm pretty sure. Wait, but Haz is in America, isn't he? Is Haz also in Russia now? Y'all are so gullible. Could be fake. No, bro, what the f are you talking about? This is not fake at all. He literally spent a week in Yemen. I will, however, say that, you know, there were bombing campaigns that took place immediately after he left Yemen, which I thought was weird. They're cooking you. Have you seen this? Cringe LARPer, fighter for the liberation, is true. That's unironically true. That's real. Yeah, he went to Nasrallah's funeral too. That was pretty goated. I will recognize that too. Where were we? Oh, this is the other side of the you know, former HasanAbi pipeline. Bro, stop. They're going to take this seriously. They've been trying to use you as a conversion tool forever. They have an army of reply guys whose whole thing is painting you as pro-ACP. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, They go between saying I'm pro ACP and calling me the F slur. That's the funniest dynamic. They'll be like, oh, dude, Hasan is actually super pro ACP. You guys should join the American Communist Party. But then they'll also be like, he's also a homosexual liberal and morally degenerate and wants undocumented migrants to your wife or whatever the they talk about over there. Yeah, I saw a command structure image where you were like an ACP general, Lamau. But yeah, this is the other Rilliam who was outed as being gay in his past.
Shawl. Okay. I'm going to try to edit this as minimal as possible to get this out as fast as possible. So someone found my old Twitter. So basically I upset a bunch of Jewish individuals, a bunch of like Israel first individuals, both from just my general like tweeting about how much I dislike Israel and dislike a certain tribe, as well as my disdain for JD Vance, which they're all like really pro on. And they found this like old Twitter from when I was kind of like a degen leftist type, and it has a lot of embarrassing photos of me, very feminine, me, whatever, you know. I was, I think, 20. I was anywhere from 18 to 20 in those photos, but nevertheless, what I find funny about this whole thing is that that's like,
I don't think he finds this funny.
Part of my testimony. Like, I was a leftist, degen, like punk rock type, and then I found Jesus Christ. That's like
a certain tribe. That's clearly anti-Semitic. What made you arrive at that conclusion, Chatter? Was it perhaps the camp of the saints in the back, or the fact that he's a Nazi? Chatter is real detective. He's noticing. He literally said the Jews found my gay account. Yes, he's a Nazi. He's gonna drop the K slur in a minute, and Chatter will be like, I think he might be anti-Semitic.
Actually, part of my testimony all throughout college. So from 18 to 20. No, it was actually before then. So 18 to like 21, basically, I was like a total degen type. I was in bands. I slept around a lot. All sorts of shit. I was a leftist. I was a very like avowed like communist leftist. I mean, the whole nine. I mean, picture in your mind like I don't know, like leftist Twitter guy. I don't know. Put that in your mind, and that was me. Quintessentially, I had long hair, whatever. And then, yeah, I found Jesus Christ in 2023.
No, he was cringe. Like, it wasn't like he was cool. He was still cringe. He was posting cringe ass bullshit. He's still cringe now, but also even more cringe because he's a Nazi. He's talking about his lefty gay phase. If it's any more embarrassing than what he is now. Exactly. It's like, I think ultimately if you were still gay and still left, and still just as cringe as you are, you'd still be cringe, but at least you wouldn't be, you know, getting this level of ridicule from the community that you've tried to cultivate.
I believe, let me get my dates right. 2023, I found Jesus Christ. I was baptized into the Orthodox Church, specifically the Eastern Orthodox Church. I'm not going to say where because that would like be doxing that church. But yeah, I've changed my life around. I found Jesus Christ.
I love these guys that always like, they can't just go like straight Presbyterian or some shit. Like, it always has to be like, what do you mean an Eastern Orthodox church, bro? Like, what the like, why does it always have to be like, oh, I converted to Catholicism? Even Catholicism is more normal than converting to the Eastern Orthodox Church. So what? You just don't even like celebrate Christmas? You celebrate it later? Like January 6th? Is that what you're doing? Like, I don't understand. Orthodox are the super base one. Catholics are soy now. Anyway, or January 7th. Is that when it is? January 7th, you mean? I'm sorry. I don't know what the Christmas is for the Eastern Orthodox Church, Chatter. Jesus Christ. Rod Dreher's a Baptist, a Catholic, the Orthodox guy. Orthodox priests can so alt-right guys see them as the Chads of Christianity. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, this guy converted to the Eastern Orthodox Church or something. Here's my YouTuber response video. A bunch of kosher right type people found an old Twitter of mine from like 2020 and back before I came to Christ and turned my life around. I don't get how this is a gotcha when this is like a staple of my brand. I was drug-addled, sexually deviant, leftist degenerate who was saved by Christ in 2023. Maybe people just aren't familiar with my story. The only reason they're doing this is because I attacked Vance. That's it. This has nothing to do with journalism or anything else. It's solely because they all saw I got some motion after a few tweets hating on JD Vance, and they're trying to snuff me out of the cradle. If my past degeneracy and nonsense makes you want to unfollow, go ahead. I'm not for you. Isn't this kind of not right wing at all? Like he's like holding, he thinks like Nazis get to have a redemption arc or something, but in the Nazi direction. Like, I think it doesn't work that way, right? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he has a bunch of gay photos and stuff that they found. And that's it. He has a bunch of gay photos, and now he's outed as a gay guy, and they're cutting him out. They're cutting him out of the Groyper army. And what I don't find, what I don't understand, what I found confusing about this is like the contradictions are not supposed to actually play that big of a role, right? Like it's not Nick Fuentes does gay shit all the time, right? I've heard about deep lore. I've heard deep Nick Fuentes lore about how when he was in, dude, look at this. First comment, where Kaya at? Okay, never talked before. Doesn't even know my dog's name. Shameless. I killed her. She's dead. Yeah, apparently Nick Fuentes might have had like a romantic relationship with his college roommate when he was in college, and then that fell apart because his roommate actually had sex with a woman. And then there's like a story about how he admitted this stuff. He like revealed it himself. I don't know why, but he sent him like all these Snapchat messages talking about how he's given him his all and nothing in return, and how, you know, his college roommate, like the girl was a great betrayal. He actually used a black light to like search for cum in the bed. And I think that's part of why he hates women, I think, is like women ruined his relationship in college. He's also obviously like, you know, he now says he doesn't like anime, but there's plenty of videos from the past where he's, you know, talking about how much he loves anime. There's also, you know, he has his own like, you know, gay shit that he's done in his own origin story as well. I'm talking about Nick Fuentes. So I don't really understand why like Groypers would hold this against Aurelium. But I guess I don't really understand what causes someone to be like that, you know? There was also the whole, like, going on a date with a cat boy saga as well. Here it is. And then the Epstein leaks as well. But that one is not confirmed. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really get it. Two dudes chilling in a hot tub 6 feet apart because they're not gay. Yeah, pretty much. Don't forget him actually streaming gay porn. Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. He also did accidentally stream gay porn one time. That was another crazy thing. What is this? Glenn Greenwald plays the "Excuse Me"
You and I
clip.
did cross paths once before, and as a matter of discretion, I never talked about it, but you actually decided to talk about it on your show. And I just wanted to play that clip briefly of where you described our interaction. Do you have that clip?
Glenn Greenwald. Hey, Glenn Greenwald. Excuse me, brah. You're excused. You're excused. Glenn Greenwald passes by me. He's in this is a gay club, by the way. Don't ask me why I'm there. This is a gay club because Glenn Greenwald's here. Don't ask me why I'm there. I'm there to kill everyone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Whoops.
So you did.
I don't get it. This is a straight man. Why can't these guys just be gay and happy and keep themselves off the internet? I don't know.